let's be honest. I'm setting up. But we're all together in this, so I guess we're setting up, right? Hi, Eileen, how are you? Natalie, how are you tonight? Natalie, how you doing this evening? Oh, wait a second. I'm still, you know what? I can't believe I forgot to. Okay, let's get the lighting correct. Oh, now my camera is off. So, oh, now my camera's on again. Okay. Do I have the volume up? No. Now I have the volume up. So now I hope you can hear me. Oh, wait a second. We're still. I'm so disorganized. I have to admit, I am disorganized. Okay. So one more thing, and we'll almost be set up. This is a very important click, because if I misclick this, the whole thing is gone for the whole live, but we did it correctly. Yay. Okay, I think we're all set up. Now we're just aligning the windows. And if you're wondering what that silly effect is above my head, well, it's a community fest effect. And hey, Danny, Lily, thank you for liking the live. Conley, Sam, how are you? Jamie, Dixie, how you doing? Everybody tonight. I hope you're all doing great. This silly effect, I have to have this for at least 10 minutes. I don't know. What do you think of this effect? This is the Community Fest effect, because Community Fest is coming. It's coming in 2 days, and I'm signed up. And one of my missions the pre-Community Fest mission is to go live for at least 10 minutes using this effect. So we're using this effect, hopefully to good effect. I hope we're using the effect to good effect. All right, I'm here to do original songs. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Seth Hilary Jackson. I am a songwriter, and I'm going to share some original songs with you this evening. Oh, wait a second. Let's move this window to the right place. I thought we were all set up, but now we're set up. Okay, so, here's a song that I don't have my set lists planned out by any stretch of the imagination. I usually have my opening song picked out, but not always. And tonight I sort of had it picked out. This is a song I like to start with. I start with this one fairly often because it's a love song, and everybody likes love songs, right? Hey, Evie, so good to see you. Oops. And if you're enjoying my live, please don't forget to like, share, and hit the follow button. You light up any room. You shine, that's just what you do. Such a wonder to behold. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. I want to hold you all my life. Gaze into your two glittering eyes. See the beauty in your soul. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're precious, you're a treasure. They say diamonds are forever. That ain't near enough time together for my heart. Your love to me is priceless. It's flawless and it's timeless, like a ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. Oh, thank you for the rose and the 9. You're amazing, and the heart pumps. Thank you so much, Salem. I really appreciate you. When 10,000 years have... Oh, sorry. I want to hold you all my life. Gaze into those two glittering eyes. See the beauty soul. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're precious, you're a treasure. They say diamonds are forever. That ain't near enough time together for my heart. Your love to me is priceless. It's flawless and it's timeless, like a ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. Your love to me is priceless, it's flawless, and it's timeless, like this ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're a diamond, let me be your band of gold. And thank you so much, Evie, for sharing the live. And if you're enjoying my live, please don't forget to like, share, and hit that follow button. And thank you so much, B. Braden, for the share. Blitzall, name a car? Chevrolet, I don't know. Put my hand over the camera for an edit. I'm not even sure what that means. Do I like kids? Who doesn't like kids? Oh, thank you so much, Evie. And I'm going to pin your comment because you're so kind. Oh, thank you so much. Puzzle is here. Welcome. So, okay, let's do another song, okay? Should we do another song? And thank you so much, Noel, for sharing the live. So you know what? I made a mistake in that song. So that means that's a signal that I should do. This isn't my latest single; it's my previous single. But there is a line in about that. This song is an anthem of self-acceptance. So I hope you enjoy this. I got no fashion sense. Don't like to follow trends. I dress the same as I did back in school. It killed me way back then. I never could fit in. But now I could care less if I'm not cool. Just being me, minding my own business, not trying to be the same as you or different. Thank you, Lexi, for the follow. The pressure to conform can be hard to ignore, but I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. Get anxious and depressed, distracted and obsessed, then sing away my troubles in a song. And here's the line. I fumble and I flail, I fall down and I fail, then pick myself back up and move along. Just being me, taking care of business, not trying to be the same as you or different. Oh, thank you, Noel, for the follow. The pressure to conform can be hard to ignore, but I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. When I'm gone, carve it on my grave. Here lies someone who lived his life his way. Thank you, Star, for the follow. Just being me, minding my own business, not trying to be the same as you or different. Pressure to conform can be hard to ignore, but I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. No, I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. For those of you who are just joining, I'm Seth Hilary Jackson. Oh, thank you, Brass. Thank you so much. Okay, if people have their minds in the gutter, I guess that's up to them. But so anyway, yes, I'm Seth Hilary Jackson. I'm doing original songs for you. I'm a songwriter and a general chatter. And you know, I feel like just doing another song right now. Just because I usually spend a lot of time chatting, but we're into the songs now. And this is another recent song. This is still not my latest single yet. All the greatest paintings ever made would pale next to your angel face. Your heaven's greatest work of art, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. A night sky brushed with a silvery glow. You and me on a blanket below. I marvel at how beautiful you are, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. If I never see the moon again, if tomorrow never comes, I'll be fulfilled, I'll be content, 'cause you taught me what it means to love. I'm the happiest man in all of creation. These moments with you are a revelation. As I look through the window to your heart, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. The morning's gonna come again, the sun is gonna rise, this picture perfect night will end, but this love of ours will never die. I take your hand and I kiss your lips. Your very presence is a gift. I could gaze at you till the heavens part, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. I could gaze at you till the heavens part, with the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. With the light in your eyes from a Rembrandt star. Oh, thank you so much, Lynn, for the follow. For those of you just joining, I'm Seth Hilary Jackson, and I am sharing original songs with you. Oh, did somebody send me something? Oh, Heidi, thank you so much for the hand heart. That just came up on my screen. You may have sent that a while ago. I don't know, but I just saw it. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much. So for those of you on the platform, the vertical platform starting with the letter T. Oh, Helen, how are you? You can see this effect, and the requirement for this mission was to go live with this effect for at least 10 minutes, and it's been more than 10 minutes. So I want to know, should I keep this effect on? It's this silly thing on my head. You can tell what it is, right? The star and the crown and the heart and the, all those things. Should I keep that on or should I turn it off? And let me know if I should keep that on or turn it off. I guess I could do a poll, I could do a poll. Oh, somebody, what happened? What is that sound? I don't know what that sound is. But whatever it was, it's probably something good, right? All right, should we do another song? All right, I'm gonna do another song. I don't know how many songs I can do tonight. I had trouble sleeping last night. Okay, here's one. I've been doing this one. Oh, thank you, Lexi, for the 2 hand hearts. Thank you. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you for the love. So I did the song last time, and I think I also did the time before that. But before that, I haven't done it in a long time. But now I'm on a... Oh, thank you for the confetti. Lexi, thank you so much. All right. Oh, and thank you for the finger heart. Thank you so much. I never met my grandpa on my mother's side. He abandoned her when she was only 5. My parents treated marriage like a civil war. I feel as if I'm broken at the core. No matter what you see in me today, knowing where I came from, I'm afraid. Oh, 10 finger hearts. Thank you, Leslie. You're throwing good love after bad blood. You don't need this kind of pain. You're throwing good love after bad blood. Got heartache flowing through my veins. There's nothing in this world like waking in your arms. But I'm hardwired for a fight or flight response. In my clan, feelings mattered not at all. It's second nature for me to build walls. Talking about the future makes me scared. I'm only telling you because I care. You're throwing good love after bad blood. You don't need this kind of Tiffany, I'm so glad you're here tonight. Let's see, I just messed up my windows. Tiffany, hey, Tiffany is back. I'm so glad you're here. And my windows are all messed up again. Okay, the windows are back to being unmessed up. So, if you're enjoying my live, please don't forget to like, share, and hit the follow button. I'm Seth Hilary Jackson. I am doing some original songs for you tonight and just hanging out. Actually, I've been having trouble sleeping lately, and that combined with my chronic fatigue is making me fatigued. So I know I say this a lot because I never know how long I'm going to be able to make it, but tonight could be a short one compared to other nights. Plus, I've just been doing songs non-stop since we started. Usually I take time in between the songs to chat and hang out and tell stories and still tell stories about the songs. So that song actually, I came up with the title of that song. And starting from the title, well, it used to be, actually, it's the whole songwriting thing has changed recently, but it used to be the most common thing to do would be to start with a title. And so, that was a cool title, Throwing Good Love After Bad Blood. Wow. So then, when you have a title, it's, okay, so now what's that about? And the true story is that I never met my grandpa on my mother's side. Actually, I never met either of my grandfathers. But the one on my mother's side in particular, I didn't know this till about 10 or 15 years ago. And I don't know if I should be telling people this. I should be embarrassed by it, but I found out that my mother, had this story. She never really told me what was going on, but she was in an orphanage when she was young, and I didn't know why. And she never really wanted to talk about it. But then I found out it was because her father was a crook, and he was in jail. So I thought, well, that's a good, throwing good love after bad blood. So bad blood means something, in my blood, in my genes, in my DNA. So, it must be some characteristic I inherited from my grandfather who I never met. So I thought, okay, so what is that characteristic, for the purposes of the song? And the first thing I thought of is, okay, well, it doesn't have to reflect what actually happened in real life to write a song. They say never let the truth get in the way, or never let the facts get in the way of a good song. So it doesn't matter what happened in real life. It's like what makes for the best song. So I thought, okay, what if my grandfather that I never met was like a love him and leave him type, and he was a heartbreaker. And so if you take up with me, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to break your heart. So I thought, okay, maybe that's a good thing to do. So I started writing that, and then I thought, if I was writing this song, and I spent many years doing this, writing songs for other artists to record, and especially I was writing a lot of country songs. If I was writing this for a country artist to record, that'd be a great way to write it. But I'm gonna perform it myself. And I thought, I don't feel like singing that because that's not who I am. So I ended up making it a little bit more biographical about my dysfunctional family. So anyway, that's the story behind that song. And I hope that was interesting. What else should we do? What other kind of song should we do? Oh, I haven't done my latest single. We got to do the latest single, right? Oh, I have a single coming out in 2 days. So I got to do my current single, and then I got to do the one that's coming out in 2 days. And the current single is a message song, and I like to write message songs. And this song, I've written a bunch of songs about this topic, but the thing that really bothers me is how divided our country is. And I think a big reason why our country is so divided is we can't even agree anymore. It's like we're in the post-truth era where people just report things, media report things, whether it's true or not. and then people hear it and they believe it, and everybody's absolutely confident. So people come up with their beliefs, and they could be conflicting beliefs, but everybody's absolutely sure of themselves. And if you try to argue, and you try to present facts, people go, well, no, you're brainwashed. And then the other person who heard it said, no, you're brainwashed. No, you're brainwashed. So I'm like, okay. So that's a topic for a song. They said it, you heard it on cable news. You read it somewhere in a social media post. You saw it recorded in a YouTube video, repeated again by your favorite podcast host. The way I heard the story is much different. I wonder, since we both have strong opinions, how do we know we're right? How do we know what's true? How do we know who's shooting straight? Who's lying to who? How do we know what's real? How do we know what's fake? How do we know who's fooling us when so much is at stake? Have we both made certain to verify the facts and really looked into how credible is the source? And have we considered profits from the hate and division of the information war? Anyone can fall for the deception. I'm asking you and me the same questions. How do we know we're right? How do we know what's true? How do we know who's shooting straight and who's lying to who? How do we know what's real? How do we know what's fake? How do we know who's using us when so much is at stake? How often do we listen to the other side? If evidence were given, would we change our minds? How do we know we're right? How do we know what's true? How do we know who's shooting straight and who's lying to who? How do we know what's real? How do we know what's fake? How do we know who we can trust when so much is at stake? How do we know who we can trust when so much is at stake? So much is at stake. So much is at stake. Oh, Makoa, hey, it's so good to see you, and thank you for sharing the live. And Lynn, if I didn't say so already, thank you for the follow. And if I did say so already, still thank you for the follow. Kayla, how are you tonight? One Thing Right. What is that? Is that like a song? So I'm a songwriter. For those of you just joining, I'm a songwriter. I'm here to share my original songs with you. I hope you will hang around. So that was my latest single. But as I said, I have a new single coming out in 2 days. Wait, today's what is today? Today's Tuesday, right? I lose track of the days. Today's the 17th. So I have a song coming out on Friday. So I'm going to play that one for you because it's coming out on Friday. There's another. Oh, thank you, Makoa. Of course, I can just click on my little calendar app here, but thank you. Now I don't have to do that. So there's a song that I often play right after I played the one I just played, because there's a line in that song that says, have we really looked into who profits from? Have we looked into who profits from the hate and division of the information war? Oh, and thank you, Makoa, for the heart me. I really appreciate you so much. And anybody, by the way, if you send a heart me, you become a member of the fan club. So please send a heart me. It's just one coin. Oh, and if you want to recharge your coins, by the way, pro tip, do it on the website, www. The name of the platform, the vertical platform. I don't want to say the name because I'm on multiple places and the algorithms could be spying on me. But nameoftheplatform.com/coins, and you get a 25% discount. That's the pro tip for the day. So anyway, that line in the song is, have we considered who profits from the hate and division of the information war? And I actually have a song about that topic itself. But I promised I'm going to play my upcoming single. And I don't know if Mallory's going to be here tonight. I know she always requests this song. She's been requesting it. But I'm going to play it now. So, Mallory, please come now. Please, please. Before it's too late. Check my social media. Scroll through the latest news as I create amnesia of the job I need to do. It's been like this for me all day. My nerves are off the charts. I need to find the words to say, and I don't know where to start. So here I sit at my desk, big blank slate in my head, trying to get at it, trying not to panic, stuck inside this place I hate, wishing I could escape, 'cause I don't want to face the fear of an empty page. You'd think that with my history I'd have a little trust in my own creativity. It feels like boom or bust. The problem is I'm making this about my self-esteem when I need to be taking this into the world of dreams. So here I sit at my desk, big blank slate in my head, trying to get at it, trying not to panic, stuck inside this place I hate. Just one way to escape. Gonna have to force myself to face the fear of an empty page. I get my fingers moving, just one line. I'm suddenly producing, and I'm fine. Emerging from this place I hate, making one more great escape. All I had to do was face the fear of an empty page. All I had to do was face the fear of an empty page. Yes, of an empty page. Thank you so much. I am feeling fatigued, unfortunately. Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to pin that. So should I leave this effect on, or should I take it off? This silly thing over my head. Look, what happens if I take it off? What happens if I remove this effect? Only people on the one platform can see this effect. The platform whose name sounds like a clock. Now, where's the effects thingy? Oh, there. There's the effects thingy. And this is the Community Fest effect, because Community Fest is coming in a couple of days. Oh, no! That doesn't look like me at all. Oh, well, that's another effect. I don't know. Should I have an effect or no effect? Effect or no effect? I can just turn this off. I don't know. I kind of like that effect. Thank you, Samsung, for liking the live and sharing the love. What happened to it? I just tried to. Oh, there it is. Do we like that effect? I know not all of you could see it, only the people on this platform. Yes, Samsung, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. You know, I am feeling fatigued, which means I should probably stop doing songs. I know I've only been here like 35 minutes. I'm gonna have to end this live early. I don't know, because I've been having trouble sleeping, and even without that, I have chronic fatigue, as you may know. If you've been following me and you've heard me talking about this, I have long COVID. So it manifests. Long COVID is a real thing. Some people don't even believe that COVID exists, which of course it does. And some people don't believe that long COVID exists, or they've never heard of it. Oh, thank you so much, Viddy, for the follow. So, yeah, people get COVID. Like, it's actually, it turns out it's not just COVID that does this. COVID's really, really good at it. So, quote, good at it. But other viruses do the same thing. It's actually called post-viral something. But viruses can trigger, and COVID especially, can trigger things like, especially chronic fatigue. COVID could trigger a whole bunch of things. But the most common thing it triggers, like some people, they lose their sense of taste and smell. Oh, thank you for the OEL. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the rose and the hat and mustache. Thank you so much. I don't know do I have a live goal? I thought I set a live goal. Did I set a live goal tonight? So I think I picked the paper crane because there's this thing going on where there's this competition, and paper crane. And paper cranes, and also this thing called Summer Glass, and also this thing called What's Up. I get points to this competition when I get those. So that's why I set that as the live goal. Starting in a few days, it'll be Community Fest, and there'll be these Community Fest gift items that will help me get points in the competition. But right now, it's the What's Up. So it's the paper crane and the Summer Glass and the What's Up thing that count towards that competition. So I just thought I would mention that. Evie, you're back. I don't know if you left, but it said Evie joined. And I know you were here before, unless it's a different Evie. It could be a different Evie. Oh, and thank you for the rose. Another rose, L. Thank you so much. Oh, and I'll let him cook. Awesome. We're cooking. We're cooking now. We've only been... Hey, Buck, how are you? Kay, how are you? How's it going? Hey, as long as it's a nice comment, I might as well pin that. And Viddy, I thank you so much for the follow. If I didn't say that already, but I think I did. But thanks again anyway. We can't be too thankful, right? There's no such thing. Oh, speaking of thanks, okay. I don't know if I should be doing any more songs now, but since I'm being thankful, I'm going to do this one more. And Scott, thank you for joining from my posts. All right, I'm going to do this one more song. And I may regret this because I don't want to get post-exertional malaise. But we're being thankful, so I got this song of gratitude. I'm just laying low. Got no place to go, but I got time. I don't need a car. I've got my guitar and this song of mine. Maybe I should be bored, just me and these four walls. Maybe I should have more, but I'm fine doing small. Not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going to a secret society. Got 2 shoes on my feet and a place called home. My body works okay. Bills will all get paid, and I like this song. Maybe I could have more, but I could have a lot less. Maybe I can afford a little time with no stress. Not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going wrong, not a whole lot. Got gratitude and a heartbeat. What more do I really need? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I like what I've got. There are crazy days that tire me out to the bone. It's fine sometimes if the world wants to leave me alone. Not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going wrong, not a whole lot. Got gratitude and a heartbeat. What more do I really need? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I like what I've got. Gratitude and a heartbeat. What more does anyone need? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Thank you so much, Secret Society and Samsung. As a matter of fact, you might think, if I didn't say anything, one might think that that song is called Not a Whole Lot. And actually, it was originally. When I wrote that song, it was called Not a Whole Lot. And, it's a songwriting thing. The title, you have a title, and the whole song has to be written around that title to support the title. So I did that. And I released it, and it was called Not a Whole Lot. Oh, yes, these are all original songs. All the songs I'm doing here are originals. Although every once in a while, I can be talked into doing a Grateful Dead cover. Yes, I wrote that song. I wrote all the songs that you've heard tonight. So I released it as Not a Whole Lot, and then every time I sang it, that line, gratitude and a heartbeat, what more do I really need? At the end I changed it to, what more does anyone need? I thought, God, that line is so good. That might be the best line I've ever written. I feel like it's the closest I'll ever come to the meaning of life. So I actually took the song down from all the streaming platforms and my website, and I got a new album cover made, and I changed the title to Gratitude and a Heartbeat. So that's what it's actually called now. And actually, if you like that song, that line was I thought so cool and important. Gratitude and a heartbeat, what more does anyone need? So I turned that into a t-shirt, which I'm not, am I wearing? No, I'm not wearing that tonight. But, and I made it available on my website, and then I put other merch too. There's a whole bunch of items with that line. There's like t-shirts and coffee mugs and posters and tote bags on my website, SethHilaryJackson.com, with that line on them. And then I've actually done that with several other songs too. So go there. On my website, you can also stream and download my music on my website. And also you can sign up for my Seth Heads newsletter. And I promise I won't spam you because I hardly ever send it out. I should have sent one out like 2 weeks ago when I uploaded my new song for release, announcing the release date. And I haven't sent out the email yet, so I guess I'm just going to send one out on Friday when I release the song. But yeah, I know I don't do enough marketing. Because marketing is really hard, especially. The funny thing is I have an MBA in marketing. I actually have an MBA from the Wharton School in marketing. And marketing is like the hardest thing in the world. I had a corporate job. Well, I started telling this story on my videos, but I got a corporate job in marketing after business school, and it was like the worst 5 years of my life. Oh, thank you for the shares, Samsung. It was the worst 5 years of my life. I was just totally depressed for 5 years, pretty much nonstop, except for the times where I was having severe anxiety. So then I was probably both anxious and depressed. And thank you, Buck, for sharing the live. Jimmy, how are you tonight? So I really want to, when I go live on my scheduled lives on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 9 New York time, my goal is always to be live for an hour. And it's been about 45 minutes, and I'm feeling really fatigued. So I don't know if I can make it tonight. I might have to end the live. And, because I have a song about this chronic fatigue, but one more song. The problem with doing one more song is there's something called post-exertional malaise that I'm afraid I'm going to get if I overexert. Oh, but what if I do something mellow? Okay, I'm going to do a mellow song. I'm going to do a really mellow song. And I wrote this one. This one came out actually this year also. This is another new one. Some of you, if you've been following me, you may know this as the shower song because I told the story about this song. I literally wrote the whole thing, or at least the whole lyric, when I was in the shower. You know how your mind wanders in the shower? So I was in the shower and my mind was wandering. And I just started thinking this old hit song from when I was a kid. And I'm not telling anybody which song it is, unless somebody guesses which song it was. But, I'm old, so it's an old song. But I was singing this song in my head for some reason. And then I thought, wow, that song is so simple. And I had just finished writing a song that has a lot of words. And I thought, I want to write the simplest song I possibly can. And my mind started going. And by the time I was done with the shower and got dressed, and my phone was sitting on the sink in the bathroom, I picked up my phone. I typed in the whole lyric. I had the whole lyric written by the time I was done getting dressed. So first thing in the morning, I went down to my studio and picked up my guitar. The music just came out. I've never written a song more quickly than this one. It goes like this. Just got one thing to say. It's nothing really new. Same as yesterday. I love you. I see your pretty face. A single thought comes through. Just got one thing to say. I love you. I hope you don't mind if I repeat myself. It's just that you can't get to me like no one else. When you take my breath away, there's not much I can do. Just got one thing to say. I love you. There are times when I like to go on and on. Share a story, get a few things off my chest. Being with you right now, all those words are gone. There are only three that say best. I love you. Just got one thing to say. I love you. Hey, Kylie, how are you tonight? So, actually, that song, I guess, could be called I Love You, but that's kind of like probably the worst song title to choose. It's called Got One Thing to Say. So both, actually both those lines appear in every verse. But I Love You appears in the bridge too. Second bridge anyway. But it's really that Got One Thing to Say is the line that I wrote the whole song around. And there's actually a little songwriting rule that I broke. So this is, in songwriting, there are different song structures. Like most songs, it's like a verse, a chorus, a verse, and a chorus, then a bridge, or sometimes they call it a B section, which is really a C section, but and then another chorus. But this one is a verse, a bridge, a verse, and then there's a second bridge, and then I just end it with like half a verse. But the basic structure is verse, verse, bridge, verse. So when a song is written with that structure, the title, which is also known as the hook, usually it appears in each verse in the same position. So the first verse, it starts with Got One Thing to Say. So every verse would normally start with Got One Thing to Say. However, that didn't work for this song. It just didn't work because, the second verse says, I see your pretty face. A single thought comes through. Just got one thing to say. If I switched it around, it wouldn't make sense. If the verse said, just got one thing to say, a single thought comes through, I see your pretty face, I love you, that wouldn't make sense. So this is part, I'm proud of my songwriting. I've spent many years studying and practicing the craft, and this is one of those things. Well, I say songwriters talk about the rules. There actually are, I like to say there are no rules, only tools. But they say you should know when to break the rules, and this is one of those times. So the rule was always put the title in the same place in the verse, in this song structure. And I said, that rule does not work for this song. So I broke it. And most songwriters I know are always proud of when they break one of the rules. And this songwriter is no exception to that. And thank you, Buck, for sharing the live. Mr. Burns, please, Tom. I hope I'm not Mr. Burns. Echo, how are you? So I think I have done my last song for the night. I really hate this chronic fatigue thing. And I did write a song about it, which, since I'm not going to play it tonight, you can hear it on my website, or it's all on all the streaming platforms. The name of that song is Long Haul, because it's about long COVID, but long COVID is also known as long haul COVID. And writing that song was also a challenge, because I wanted to write about long COVID, but I didn't want to use the word COVID in the song, because it's an ugly word, and it's an ugly word to sing. And I also didn't want to use the word virus, because that's also an ugly word to sing. I guess there could have been a way. There probably could have been a way. If I really wanted to put it in there, I probably could have found a way to do it. But I thought, I just don't want to use those words. So I managed to write the song without them. And you can hear that on my website or on Spotify or any of the other streaming platforms. But on my website, you can download it. And it's name your own price, starting at free. So can't beat that, right? I've been live 55 minutes. Well, actually, I think I've been live a little longer on the platform starting with the letter T, the vertical platform starting with the letter T. And if I could just make it another 5 minutes, it'll count towards the official. Well, I guess it doesn't really make it that much difference, because I think I have a monthly quota I'm supposed to make, and it doesn't count unless I'm live for an hour. But I think I probably already made the quota. But still, I feel good when I've made it an hour. And let's see. It doesn't tell me how long I've been live. Does it? Oh, yes, it does. There it is. 56 minutes and 50 seconds. So 3 more minutes. So we're going to just hang out for 3 more minutes. Hey, if anybody has any questions, I would love to try to answer them for you. I always say that. Nobody ever asks me any questions. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Actually, Vinny, hey, how are you? Actually, people asked me questions on the platform started with Y. They asked me questions at the beginning of the live, but they were weird questions. I mean, but real questions. Somebody asked me a trick question. It was supposed to be a trick question. I knew it was supposed to be a trick question, but I answered it in a way that should have avoided the trick, but they still sprung the trick on me. Yay! Yay for you too, Vinny. Or Vidi? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I really hate mispronouncing people's names. You don't know how many times my name has been mispronounced. Seth. You'd think it'd be easy. S-E-T-H. Seth. But, well, you know, when I was growing up, I mean, recently Seth has become a fairly common name. When I was a kid, I mean, there were always a couple of Seths in my community, but most people still never heard of the name. And so I'd call up a company for customer service or, whatever. Or I'd make a doctor appointment, whatever. And, they'd say, and your name? And I'd say, Seth Jackson. And they'd say, Jeff? You don't know how many times I'd say Seth and they'd think I said Jeff. But then even when people see it in writing, S-E-T-H, I mean, there's only one way to pronounce that. But yet, even teachers in school, now teachers in school are the people who most of all should know basic phonics in English. S-E-T-H, sound it out. It's Seth. It rhymes with Beth. But I don't want to be Jeff. Scatter, I don't want to be Jeff. I want to be Seth. But they'd see my name and they'd say, Seth Jackson? I'm like, how do you look at S-E-T-H and say Seth? Really? I mean, come on. Especially if you're a teacher. If you see B-E-T-H, do you say beef? No. By the way, speaking of Just Be Jeff and Just Be Seth, I'm actually wanting to change my stage name. Instead of using my full name, I want to shorten it. And I'm going to do a poll. I know this will only work on one of the platforms. I'm going to do a poll, though. So I want to shorten my name, and there are 2 names I'm thinking of doing. And one of them is to just use my first and middle name. So it would be Seth Hilary. And the other would be Songwriter Seth, because I'm a songwriter. So I'm going to do this poll. Where's the poll? Why is this not working? Where's the poll? Why is this poll not? Okay, so let's see. These smiling emoji, if you want, choose the smiling emoji if you think my name should be Seth Hilary, and the crying emoji if you think it should be Songwriter Seth. I know this only works on the one platform, but please, we got a minute for this poll. Smiling is Seth Hilary and crying is Songwriter Seth. And so far the vote is tied 1-1. And people on other platforms, you can just type in. I know you can't see the poll, but type in your preference, Seth Hilary or Songwriter Seth. So the smiling emoji is Seth Hilary and the crying emoji is Songwriter Seth. Oh, 3 votes for Seth Hilary. But the only thing is, I've noticed whenever I do these polls, whichever gets the smiling emoji always wins the poll. And I don't know if that's just because it's easier to type and people would rather type a smile than a cry. But anyway, the smiling emoji is Seth Hilary and the crying emoji is Songwriter Seth. Next time I do the poll, I should do it in reverse. So crying is Songwriter Seth and smiling is Seth Hilary. Oh, the poll is over. My viewers can see it. The results are in. So it's 4-2 in favor of Seth Hilary. So thank you for your votes, but I'm going to run this poll again, not tonight, maybe next time, but I have to remember to reverse the names and see if that affects it, because every time I run a poll, the one that associated with the smiling emoji always wins. So, oh, and thank you, Apple, for the follow. Oh, we made it to an hour, which is totally awesome. But, I really am feeling fatigued. I really have to lie down. I usually extend these lives beyond an hour. I usually go an hour and a half and whatever. But I do this on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And I have been doing an occasional unscheduled live, which has been like shorter. But so come back Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, New York time, at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock New York time. Thank you, Sam. So I'm so glad you're here, and I hope I'll see you again. So today's Tuesday, right? So 2 days from now, Thursday, 9 o'clock New York time, and I'll do some more original songs for you. I usually do songs for the first hour if I can make it to that long, and tonight I couldn't. Some nights I go over the hour. Depends on how I'm feeling. And thank you, Scat, for the follow. And everybody, and thank you, Makoa, for the share. And if you're enjoying my live, please don't forget to hit that follow button or subscribe, whichever platform you're on. Please do that. The legend is here. I'm so glad you made it. I hope you'll come back on Thursday, 9 o'clock New York time. And I'm so glad you've been here, everybody. It's been really fun. Thank you so much. And thank you for the support, everybody who sent me gifts. And everybody who's followed and shared and liked. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you again soon.